I open the door and shut the door. Nice.
Hello, you absolute legends. Welcome back to another summery day here in Lincolnshire. It's day 2 of working on the 1.5 SE, the white Proton, the White Saloon, the Iswara that I bought a whole collection of Protons for just to get this car. If you haven't seen the previous video, well, we brought it to Dad's house for pre-MOT checks, and mechanically everything seems fine apart from replacing some slides on the front calipers. So we've given it a good old clean. I've degreased the whole paintwork and decontaminated it all, and there's just a few twiddly bits left to do. In this video then, we're going to be tackling the wheels. They're going to be repainted. We're going to clean those wheel trims. We're going to be refitting some headlining that's been sagging, and we're going to be painting some black trim on the B and C pillars and doing twiddly bits on the car. It really has started to come up well, and then it's time to tackle the interior. MOT day in a few days then, and as always, MOT prep has turned into more project work on a car. Stay with it then, because we're going to be doing lots more work on the white 1.5 SE. Now, one of the things I really love about the Proton SE and the SL actually is this, the 3-spoke alloy wheel effect wheel trims, and they are blooming difficult to find. In fact, these are the only 4 that I've got in my collection. I get asked for them all the time from people who have lost them or damaged them, and they are really rare to find. They crack really easily and they get caught on pavement, so I'm really lucky that these are in such good condition. They're a bit grotty, they do need a little bit of a clean, so I've got the elbow grease that we used yesterday and a toothbrush and paintbrush. I'm going to give them a clean, rinse off, and then if there's any scuffs and marks, I'm going to gently clean that off with some Ultimate Compound and Teacup. I'm not going to be painting them. There are some scuffs that won't come out, but last thing I'm going to be doing is painting the trims. So give these a clean, ready for going back on the car. I do genuinely rate this stuff, and actually I've nearly used a whole bottle of this on this car, so Dad is going to be expecting some new degreaser from me, which obviously I don't mind doing. It's a couple of quid from Home Bargains, I think, one of these bottles, and I'm just going to spray it on the trims and then rinse them off with cold fresh water, and then once they're dry I can give them a good old teacup off. Now, last thing you want to do is scrape these all along the floor, so I'm trying to be careful, and obviously when I come to do the other side I'll make sure I'm holding them up nice and secure. So that's that one, and I'm going to use my toothbrush to get in all those nooks and crannies in there, because when these are clean they do look awesome. If you're watching this video and you've got a set of these in your garage, loft, warehouse, downstairs toilet, let me know, because I'll buy them. Meanwhile, in the workshop, Dad's Scotch Briting the tyres off quickly, or the wheels off, not the tyres, to give them a quick blast over with some satin black paint. They're not too bad, are they? But
they'd better have been washed first.
They have been washed. I'm rinsing them all off in this, which is a wastewater water butt. So not only am I reusing water, but rainwater is much better than the hard limescaley water we've got here in Lincolnshire. Ta-da! I'm going to let them dry off. Now you can see there's some marks on them. I've got 2 options. I can use a little bit of teacup on here, but the last thing I want to do is start going through the very, very thin paintwork on here. So I'm just going to give it a gentle go, and if it starts to be a bit fierce, I'm going to immediately stop what I'm doing. It's made that mark a little bit better, but as I say, I don't want to go crazy and take all that paint off because it's very thin. And then the last thing I don't want to be doing is having to mask all this up and spray paint the things. That looks a bit better. I think I might leave that alone. Meanwhile, painting is happening. That's looking good, that is.
Good, I'm really chuffed. I'm pleased your hobby. Looking good.
Well, they're not perfect, but they are much better than they were 10 minutes ago. Well, now that's certainly looking better. Dad's having a great time. Not enjoying his task today. So now I'm Scotch brighting off the centre of the wheels and cleaning them up so Dad can paint them. And it's a horrible job. In an ideal world, we'd have a shot blast cabinet. But we don't have a shot blast cabinet, so we need to use some elbow grease. Right, so the wheels are slowly going back on. We're just letting them hang on there to dry, and you may or may not notice that we've now refitted that dropping headline piece. I didn't film that because, well, it was an absolute nightmare. Looking good. Next to fit is this, which is a Proton badge. It fits in the steering wheel here, and 9 times out of 10 they are all missing. You can see this one's yellowed. They all yellow over time, but they've got this silver badge at the back here, and it just sort of is clear. So I've got some clear double-sided tape just to stick it back on. Double-sided tape applied. Now to cut it to size. Well, I've peeled off the backing, giving that a good press against there. Well, it seems to have done the trick. Seems to have stuck that back on. Meanwhile, Dad's drying out the distributor cap after yesterday's engine bay clean. Was there any moisture in there?
You clean your distributor caps. Service item.
Was there any moisture in there?
No, there's not actually, unless it's inside there and it'll sweat out later.
Right, so the battery is back on charge, and actually it's taking charge, which is good news. Distributor's back on the car and dried out. Next, we're going to tackle putting the wheels on, getting the trims back on properly, and then we're going to paint these bits here, these side bits. As you can see, they've sort of started to wear thin. They are just a thin layer of satin black paint. So I'm going to mask all that up, and we'll paint that off, and it will make the car, well, it will finish it off really, if I'm honest. Then it's time to clean the interior, give that a good old clean. This seat needs a good old hoover out and scrub. Put that back on there, which is good news. And then I want to fit a period correct radio. I've got this horrible Sony radio in there. I do have a couple of radios for it, so we're going to give that a go. I've also spotted I've missed a load of dirt in here, so we'll end up cleaning all that out as well. Here are the nuts that hold the wheel trims in place. As you can see, they're a little bit scrubby, so I'm going to just clean them off and paint them. That looks better. And now they're drying. Good afternoon. I spent all couple of days cleaning the car, and now you've put some dusty old sheets over it. What's the plan?
You want, for some bizarre reason, to daub some black paint.
Well, we need to, because this is all, you know, horrible. You know, it's all
patina.
faded. It's not patina. Look at that. It lets the whole car down.
Oh.
We've got the car in the garage to do this.
So this doesn't let the car down.
What's that?
This
The hole in the spoiler.
this bleb in the spoiler.
Well, what else can I do about that?
Well, what else can you do about that? Just
Paint it. I can't
accept it as part of its history.
No, we can paint it. So I've painted the wheel nuts. We've painted the wheels. We've got the wheel trim sorted. Let's get this painted.
Yeah, get that painted, son.
Good.
No chance of any blinking overspray on this side.
Well, that's the last
then
thing.
when we get this side done, we
do
go
the other side
and have a cup of tea while it's dry, and
Oh,
then
that
we
sounds
do
a
the
good
other
idea.
side.
Right.
That's my plan.
Shall I mask it up with newspaper?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
You want to do the bugger, you can mask it up.
Yes. Thankfully, Mrs. JC has given me a whole load of newspaper.
That's a jolly good idea, John.
Well, the racing poster's come in handy once again. So we're going to clean this off, degrease it with some brake cleaner. It should be relatively grease free anyway, because we degreased the whole thing yesterday. Oh, I've got a cut on my finger and that hurts. Is that your hairdryer?
No, it's not mine.
Hey, well, that's looking better. We're certainly not wasting our time there.
I'm only wasting my time.
Right, now I'm masking this bit off. I tell you what, this corner was difficult to do. I'm going to get the newspaper all up on here.
Tricky.
Was a bit tricky, you're right. Preparation here is key, isn't it?
Jolly well is, mate.
There's a classic car show on today.
Yes.
They are judging best in show at 1 o'clock.
Yes.
What do you reckon? We get the wheels on and hightail it down?
But we're not empty.
Same again, please. Brake cleaner. Should we really be flatting this off?
Yeah, should be, really. Scotching it off, I suppose.
I suppose we run the risk of putting some big
Little tiny
scratches
minuscule
in it,
scratches
yeah.
in it, yeah. We're not priming it, right? We're just blowing it off, aren't we?
We're just tidying it up, aren't we?
Tarting it up.
Just
Tarting's the word.
giving her a bit of TLC. Are you happy with the masking there?
Your eyes are better than mine, son.
If you see this at the Festival of the Unexceptional, come and take a look at our newly sprayed pillars. See what you think. That's opened it up for people now. Well, it's the moment of truth. I'm going to take this masking off at the front here. Here we go.
It'll be right. It's only a bloody old Proton.
Can't say that.
It's only a bloody old scrap Proton.
Well,
What's up?
you saying them things about protons. That's it. Bad books.
Lipstick on a pig.
Right, let's continue to take this off. It's looking good so far, you know. Let's just take these bits off here. There's a bit of overspray come onto the paint there. That looks better, mate. That looks better, mate.
Blooming well does, Gromit.
Oh!
What's up?
Overspray.
You didn't pass that up very well, did you?
So, unmasked and looking good. We're going to do this bit as well. What are you doing?
Going up the bonnet. Take a wiper arm off.
Oh, we're doing the wiper arms as well, are we?
You told me we are. So you said, Gromit.
We might as well while we're here. How's that coming along?
All right, mate. I'm dead chuffed with it.
Right, well, tea break over and back in the garage with the white Proton. What do you got there?
Hey?
What do you got there?
Wiper arm.
Oh, I thought you might have done. We're going to spray these strut top mounts as well while we're at it. So we've got wiper arms here. We've got this side to do now. We've
Is
got
my mic on?
yeah, it should be.
That's all right. Look, you can not hear me.
No, we had a microphone drama yesterday. Are you going to clean them wiper blades?
I have done.
You have done? Good man. Let's take a look at this side then. That's better. That's looking good. You know what we're saying?
What's that, mate?
Not wasting the time.
Don't you pinch my catchphrase?
It's not your catchphrase. Got this side to do then next, as you can see.
You pinch my catchphrase.
It's all fading on there. This side, not as bad as the other side actually, but still wearing thin there and there. Needs a bit of TLC there, but I'll get this masked up. That's looking a bit better.
Flipping started, Gromit. Bit easy to take that off. There's a lot of stuff in there.
Right, we're all masked up again on this side. I'm going to degrease this. You're shaking the tin.
Yep, shaking the tin.
Ready
Listen
to
to the
rumble.
granules.
Huh?
Listen to the granules. Can you still buy those headlamp protectors from Proton?
No. But I do have another set, brand new.
I was going to say, because this one's got a crack in it.
No, it hasn't.
Oh, it's just a mark in it, is it?
It's not. It's a crack in the headlamp. It's the crack in the light.
Oh, right. Got to shake this until the rattle stops, so I'm told.
Same again, heating it up. Just doing some more spraying. Meanwhile, I'm putting the wheel trims back on. Now to take it off. Well, somehow the paint shop apprentice managed to mess that up a bit. So there's quite a bit of overspray on this rear quarter window, but the rest of it is all nice and overspray free. So I don't know how I've managed that, but I'll get that off now. Overspray. Water overspray. Right, I suppose last but not least, now we've got all them bits done, is to fit this, the radio. This is the period correct radio. In fact, that actually came out of the barn find Proton. It is a Blaupunkt. Being the SE edition, we've got rear parcel shelf speakers. Not that you can see them. Hang on a minute. Rear parcel shelf speakers. It has got this horrible Sony thing fitted. We're going to attempt to get it working.
Shut the door, John.
What are you doing, my Proton?
I'm going to drive the Proton.
Nice.
A Proton. That does need a new check strap on there.
Yeah, we'll sort that out.
I've hurt my back opening that door. I should be suing you. This is like the inside of a fish pond.
What's that?
There.
Yeah. Well, we need to address that as well, then, don't we?
Come on then, John. Let's get this
Algae?
done.
No, I thought you shop at Lidl.
Let's get this done then, Gromit.
Yeah, crack on then.
We'll take the wireless out then.
Right, well, I'm hoping somebody hasn't messed about with the wiring in here. Let's take the fascia off. Put this in the bin. Oh, yeah, better take my CD out and take the fascia off. I can get my keys in. Ah, it's like being back in the 90s. Yep, she comes. Has that been butchered? Yes. So I'll be the first to admit I know absolutely nothing about car radios. What have you got there?
Test lamp. Where's my wires all gone?
The harness has been chopped about, hasn't it?
Yes.
Right, so we've got the radio powered up, which is a bonus. we're now going to test the cassette deck, and what else could I be testing it with other than Wham, the final. Brilliant. So the new radio is fitted, however, the wiring in there seems to be a little bit of a, I don't know, wiring fault, so we're going to have to take it back out and have a look at it. What's wrong with the radio?
It's a piece of rubbish.
Aha! It works! That's better.
I'm going to show my age now. It's got to be top of the pop.
There you go then.
Oh, I've switched on.
Yes, you are. What did you reckon to that? That was a busy old weekend.
Yeah.
We've done a lot on the White Proton, more than we expected to have done.
Yeah.
All the jobs now done and dusted, and actually she's looking quite nice, isn't she?
Yeah, it's got spiders crawling on it already.
The
interior needs cleaning.
It does need a good old clean on the interior, yeah. And the paintwork still needs a good old wash and wax. But from a mechanical point of view for MOT,
She's all right.
yeah. Worst job of the weekend?
Did you? Oh, you've cleaned some of the fish pond out.
No, I haven't. No.
Did you?
No.
That door would shut better with a new. You got some new check straps on it still.
Yeah, we still need to. There's still work to do. We need the interior to clean. We need to put some replica plates on the front, new check straps on, and it needs a good old detail.
Yeah, because that's like a Rolls Royce compared to the rest of them.
Just open the door again and then shut the door again. I want to just show the good people this. How are you doing this side, are you? Open the door and shut the door. Nice.
That's because the metal is as thin as a bean tin.
Yeah, it is. Worst job from the weekend?
Piddling about with the radio for no reason.
Yeah, the radio was causing...
You'd got a wireless that worked, so you wanted to put a wireless that's not so good in it.
Well, it had a CD player in, didn't it? But I wanted to put a
This
period...
is the door with the check strap
Yes.
replaced.
Yes.
Rolls Royce.
Well done.
Proton.
You've
Bentley.
Well done.
This-
You've replaced the...
Allegro.
It's okay. Well, it's more jobs to do. But yeah, MOT prep once again turned into Concours prep. I'm glad we've painted the wheels. I'm glad we've painted all the black bits up because they look much better. There's still things to do. I've got all the rubber to clean. I've got everything to clean. But thank you for your help.
Good. Now let's get it back. Get rid of it.
Well, there you have it then. I am exhausted, so I can only imagine how Dad feels. A full weekend of working on the White Proton, and once again, a quick couple of hours, check it over MOT prep, has turned into Concours prep. What are you doing? Oh, he's doing press-ups now. Are you showing us that you're not tired? You're about to lose your phone. Anyway, lots of things done, including painting those side bits, the wheel trim. Are you finished? Have you finished? Well, there's still so much to come on the White Proton. Next, however, will be MOT Day prior to Festival of the Unexceptional. I can't even do one of them, let alone 10 or whatever you've done. If you've enjoyed the video, thumbs up, please. Thanks for watching. If you haven't already subscribed, please consider doing so. Let me know in the comments below. Hopefully you enjoyed this and what you want to see us do next with the White SE. Until next time, have a great day. Thanks for watching. Goodbye. I'm still not doing any press-ups. There are so many more Proton related videos on the channel, and I've actually selected a couple that I think you might like here on this page. Give them a click to watch them now. Don't forget to subscribe for more Proton fun and lots more videos coming soon.